Most people think caffeine gives them energy, but scientifically, that's not what's happening. Caffeine doesn't add fuel to your brain. It changes how tired your brain feels. And understanding this difference quietly changes how you use coffee, focus, and even motivation. Let's look at what caffeine actually does to your brain, especially focus, attention, and mental performance. Inside your brain, there's a molecule called adenosine. As the day goes on, adenosine builds up and signals one thing: you're tired. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors. So caffeine doesn't create energy, it prevents your brain from receiving the fatigue signal. That's why your brain doesn't become more awake on caffeine. It simply feels less tired. This distinction matters more than most people realize. Caffeine is excellent at improving reaction time. You respond faster, you feel sharper. But when it comes to complex decision-making, the benefit is much smaller. Studies show caffeine helps most when you're sleep-deprived. If you're already well-rested, the improvement is minimal. In other words, caffeine doesn't elevate you far above baseline. It mainly pulls you back toward baseline. That's why habitual users often feel like they need coffee just to function. Caffeine also increases dopamine signaling indirectly. That's why coffee feels motivating. Tasks feel more tolerable, starting feels easier. But this isn't increased capacity, it's increased mental effort tolerance. Caffeine doesn't give you more mental bandwidth. It just makes effort feel less heavy. This is subtle, but important. Caffeine narrows attention. This is great for repetitive, task-focused work. But it can reduce creativity, big-picture thinking, and cognitive flexibility. Too much caffeine can also reduce working memory accuracy. You may feel fast, but not precise. And because caffeine amplifies threat perception, it can increase anxiety. This is why caffeine can feel like clarity one moment and restlessness the next. Here's the key idea: caffeine raises your tolerance for mental effort. It does not increase mental capacity. It's a tool, not a replacement for sleep, structure, or recovery. Used intentionally, it can support focus. Used constantly, it can quietly mask fatigue and stress. Caffeine isn't good or bad, but understanding what it actually does lets you decide when to use it and when to listen to your brain instead. This is Strong Mind Lab. We don't chase stimulation, we build sustainable clarity.